And welcome back to Let's Play Omori. Last time, we made it to the junkyard and got Space Boyfriend's mixtape, and we're gonna go play it to him, but before we do, just one little side quest I want to take care of, and no, it's not returning the stuff to TV Girl, we'll get to that eventually. We technically don't have to do this right now, but I feel it's just best to take care of it now, because we're not gonna have much reason to come back to Otherworld for quite some time. This guy is much less of a pessimist and defeatist than Scarecrow. In fact, he seems to have friends. Scarecrow, friend with crows. Of course, we'll do that. So yeah, we just gotta find the 3 crows, and you may remember when I came to visit the Sprout Mole village, we saw one briefly. Looks like his crow friends are also a means of transportation for him. Interesting situation there. Now you need Hero to be in the lead to actually talk to these crows, or rather to actually get them to go back to this Mr. Scarecrow. And like you said, there are 3 of them to find. Or rather, eloquent crows underneath those caws. I'm not gonna bother editing this out, because these UFOs seriously just pass to Hero and they die immediately. A couple of them are angry, so it's a pretty decent experience right there. Well, okay, mediocre experience. Oh, that's a Twirl. If I remember correctly, that skill makes Aubrey happy and... or... no, it's an attack that makes Aubrey happy when it hits. There's a later ability she gets that makes her and her target happy. I'll swap that in for Guard, though I doubt I'm going to use it, really. The UFOs can actually be kind of annoying to avoid. They move pretty fast and they zip in, and as you can see, we don't really have much room to maneuver here. And no, we do not have any way to give Shell a donut. Ooh, another joke board. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Haha, thank you, I'll be here all week. If only, if only. I'm sure that's not foreshadowing anything. You got anything to say? It is a lovely bit of scenery, I will admit. But we got crows to find. Treasure to get. S'mores! Can always go for some s'mores. Probably gonna get attacked by this UFO. Yep. Sometimes the hit detection on the enemies can be a little weird. Just quickly dunk these guys out of here. And a clean victory. Yeah, if you want to do a little bit of grinding before heading into the junkyard, these would be the guys to do it on, but I don't find the area hard enough to really justify that. Well, we can't take you to him, but we can tell you where he is. And off he goes. One more crow to find, and if you remember, by the Sprout Mole village. But we got a little bit more area to explore, so let's check it out. Barn here. Doesn't look like we can get in, though. Before we see the last crow, just a couple detours I want to take. There's a can. I'll probably heavily edit my trip to the recycling machine to return everything. You are indeed quite tall. Well, it's good to dream big, Kel. Just don't set your sights too high. Alright. Last crow is over this way, but before we do, I just want to head into the Sprout Mole village because there's a little extra we can get. We couldn't do this before because we visited before we had the tagging ability unlocked, but remember Batsy? Let's just go talk to him with Hero real quick. Oh, wow. Looks like Hero helps out people randomly. Hero also setting his sights high. Anyways, the Butt Peach Soda that we got there is a semi-unique healing item that you can never get in stores, but you can get in a couple special occasions. It's like a peach soda, but irregular, so it heals 61% juice instead of 60% juice. Now, that's a bit of a unmarked side quest that you can do throughout the game, is that certain NPCs will have a history of being helped by Hero, and if he talks to them, they'll give him a either an item or a piece of equipment. Not every NPC in the game does that, obviously, but there are enough, and it's definitely worth your while to have Hero in the lead, just if you're going around talking to people. You never know who you'll come across who might give you something. Including some actually pretty decent accessories, in some cases. Not always, though. More UFOs and a bunny. Well, this is just a speed bump, really, so we'll just quickly take this out. We gotta get back to the Scarecrow. I actually did not know that the UFOs could spawn in with other enemies. I've always just been used to them being in big groups of up to 5 or 7. We'll call this just grinding out for the Bunny Destroyer quest. Okay. Want to maneuver around to get... running into more encounters than I would have hoped. Does not matter that these things are sad, they will die immediately. Actually, quite a large number of them are sad. I didn't think I'd get into those many encounters when I committed to not editing these fights out, but oh well. Oh, no. Well, so much for not needing any editing. Oh well, such is life. I'm going the wrong way here. Also part of life. UFOs, get away. Luckily, we actually managed to get away from that one. And here's the Scarecrow. Took longer than I would have liked, but oh well. And for helping him out and letting him fly off into the distance, leading a far more fulfilling life than Scarecrow ever will hope to, we get a little item for our trouble. What is it? Why, it's a 5-leaf clover. This is a unique piece of equipment, and it's part of a line of different equipment. It increases our luck depending on our energy. Now, what the heck does that mean? Well, this has a base amount that it increases your luck by, and it goes up for every point of energy you get in the energy gauge in battle, so your stats actually increase if you don't use follow-ups. Most of these are pretty worthless, but some of them do have decent base stats that actually make them fairly viable equips, and, you know, it's a little bonus for some of them. There's one really good one that we'll get eventually, not in the not-too-distant future, really. But with that nonsense taken care of, we can get on to the main event. Always make sure you're topped off before heading into, you know, new situations. Not that I'm implying anything with that. Alright, we got a tape to play. You guys ready to play DJ? I might show it off once we've resolved the situation here, but you can get little keyboard tunes depending on who your lead character is. And we sure did get that tape. You're welcome, my dude. Alright, let's give it a shot. Oh, is this a bad idea? Aw, well, that's just such a defeatist attitude, though. Come on, Kel's got the right idea. Let's try it. Is Space Boyfriend that resilient? True enough. I would, but, your brother stole it. Yeah, don't break the tape, Kel. Well, this is bound to do something. I'm sure you're just being paranoid, Hero. maybe this was a bad idea. Nice eye patch. Oh, that was a nice new track. Ominous. You're welcome. Aw, now that's just rude. Sounds like someone is jilted. Watch your language, space boyfriend. Aw, now that's just rude. Being very inconsiderate of the people who prepared your bed, space boyfriend. Yeah, not happening. Space ex-boyfriend. Absolutely. I say that word a lot. Yeah. You're all talk. Looks like we got a fight heading our way. A good boss for the area. I'd like to see you try, SpaceX. And this is our first major boss of the game, SpaceX Boyfriend. Alright, to start the battle out, we're gonna just launch a bunch of rubber bands at him. Additionally, I'm gonna have Hero use the jacks on him to get his speed down. Remember, enemies can be debuffed up to 3 times. That sadness is a little unfortunate, but not too much. I do not actually plan on utilizing stab for this fight. I have my own strategy. Alright. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna make Omori happy, I'm gonna make him even happier, and I'm gonna use that confetti to make everyone at least one stage of happy. Now, a unique thing about Omori is that most characters can only have their emotional state taken up to 2 levels. Omori can have it go as far as 3. And, oh, I forgot to equip Smile. That's not the end of the world, though. It's not particularly critical that I have for this fight. Now, why am I making everybody happy? You will see momentarily. Ooh, Omori, you're looking, kind of psychotic there. Really psychotic there. Alright, I don't want to launch any attacks as Omori yet. And this is actually just fine that, Aubrey is sad, because I can just make her happy right away. Or angry, rather. I want her to take advantage of the boosted headbutt damage. As you can see, even at the 3rd level of happiness, the critical boost is not really that great from happiness. Now Space Ex-Boyfriend is angry, and his emotional state cannot be changed. But Omori is manic now, and most of our party is happy, so they'll have an advantage over him. I'm actually going to want to keep Aubrey angry, just because that's slightly more beneficial to her damage. Alright. And since Space Ex-Boyfriend is now got an emotional state inflicted on him, one that I can take advantage of, and it can't be changed, I can use Curveball with Kel with no disadvantage. And actually, you know, I'm not paying enough attention. Yes, I did use Hackaway, so we can just go back. Now I want Kel to flex to get his damage up, and I want Hero to use Starfruit Soda on Omori. There we go. Some nice damage right there. Looks like he took that pretty personally. Kel is feeling his best. Nice! That's some excellent damage right there. Alright, looks like Aubrey cannot counter, but honestly, we're probably done with this fight by now. I'll use Cook on her. She might get killed this turn, but it's not a huge deal if she does. Nice. Actually getting some crits in there. Awesome! And look at Omori. This one's a little funny. Looks like Omori didn't notice. But that was the damage we needed to put her over the edge. If I wanted to play that a bit more safely, I would have had Kel heal Aubrey, but I'm not terribly concerned about her missing out on the EXP. And we get the eye patch from him. Not the cleanest I've ever had that fight go, but it was well enough. Looks like he's calmed down. He's neither space boyfriend nor space ex-boyfriend. Who is this new charming fellow? It's Captain Spaceboy, back to himself. Sorry, we might have gotten a little violent there. It happens. Sometimes we have our psychotic evil sides take over and shoot our bed. Well, you might just have to move on, my friend. We've all felt that way before. Well, at least you have the memories, right? The important thing is that they happened. Now perhaps you can do something for us. Remember guys, we're looking for somebody. Well, that's a nice attitude to have about it, I suppose. At least he's looking to move forward. Yes, Pluto has escaped. Yeah, being a planet is probably a monotonous existence. Haha, subtext. Space Boyfriend is out. Ooh, snow cones. I could go for a snow cone. Well, actually, no, I couldn't. It's winter right now. But, you know, maybe during the summer I could go for a snow cone. Captain Spaceboy has made his triumphant return. Maybe the space pirates will actually get to do piracy again. Awesome. Yeah. It is nice to go around and help people. Well, now that you mention it, we did get a little distracted there. It does have a pretty distinctive appearance. Alright, good to know. Looks like Aubrey's getting a little disheartened now. Ooh, a snow cone ticket. That was more valuable than it actually sounds. Well, keep crying, Aubrey. He's just gonna keep giving us stuff. Oh hey, a train pass. This is handy. It was way more handy than just having to wait in that line to get some lemonade in a train pass. That's a unique way to think about it, I suppose. That seems to have placated Aubrey. You know what? Maybe we will do just that. We got some time to kill in this video, after all. Hey, something behind that pillow. And for defeating Space Ex-Boyfriend, we've got our first upgrade to our follow-up moves. They're now all stronger, and in Omori's case, some of them are rather different. But, check under the pillow, and we get the E key. What do we got here? That's a valid key. It's coming together. Still need a few more letters before I feel like making any guesses. He was angry, alright. And before we head out, let's just jam out on the keyboard. Somehow not even as good as what Omori was doing, but at least Aubrey is trying, and she looks like she's having a good time. Fun little fact about the E key, in the earliest version of the game, instead of actually appearing underneath that pillow, it was just a black shining light, and it was actually very easy to miss, and in my first playthrough I just left without grabbing it. I did eventually find it later, when you actually have to find them, but they've changed it up so that you can see it more easily now. Arguably too easily, but whatever. Also, Kelly, you're a little off tune there. Let's see what Hero can do. Very nice piano piece. Game has a lot of those. Looks like one of those space pirates is still on a snooze cruise over there. Now, before we continue with the game, as you can tell, these bloody footprints are probably leading us to our next goal, as they were earlier. We've got a couple side quests to do. Well, one side quest and one just kind of side thing. If you remember, we've got TV Girl's stuff, so let's give it to her. I didn't really bother to complete this before the space ex-boyfriend fight, just because, honestly, the benefit for it isn't really worth it. This is a quest I always do just because it's on the way. Well, if that's your takeaway, lady. I wonder if that's supposed to be to the tune of anything. What are you doing over there? Making a coffee machine, apparently. Oh, we didn't wash those parts, so I hope none of them connected to the filter. But for our efforts, she gives us a stick of dynamite. Okay. Dynamite is classified as a toy item that you can use in battle, and if you chuck it at the enemy, it does 150 damage to all of them. Pretty sizable damage at this point in the game, but funnily enough, there's not really that many good situations to use it. In fact, there's only one fight I can think of in the relatively near future that it could actually be used to any serious effect. One thing this game does kind of badly is you don't really fight enemies in big groups too often, usually no more than 3, and if it's more than one enemy, it's usually just 2. So items like dynamite, they're too rare, not powerful enough to really be worth anything. And in the few boss fights where you could theoretically put them to use, it's just kind of pop, pop, bang, bang, it's gone, it's just a little help. Anyway, we got a Venus flytrap to take care of, and my characters are pretty close to dead. Probably should have checked that before I head out on my way. Oh well. As you can see, Omori's follow-up with Kel is different now. He actually completes the pass and becomes happy from it instead of getting donked on the head and becoming sad. That's the only one of Kel's that actually becomes noticeably different. With Aubrey and Heroes, for this first upgrade, it's just a flat damage boost. Heroes is really strong, and Aubrey's does noticeably more damage than the Hero dunk now. Now we're at the frozen lake. Well, absolutely. I love fishing. Spoiler, I have not done much fishing in real life, but it's decently relaxing. Gotta have good scenery for it, though. You got a boot. Is that littering? Well, whatever. And that did heal us back up. Good. We got snow bunnies here. These are actually fairly weak enemies, but hey, let's show off a dunk. Pretty sweet. Alright, that took care of that one. And this one just decided to waste his time. Way to go, snow bunnies, you did nothing. Yeah, just kind of speed bump enemies, but they go into the foes facts journal, so we gotta fight them. What was that? It's a ghost? Something important in here? Let's see, cold soup. Cold lantern. Very cold bed. Actually, yeah, why? And? Darn, no batteries. I wanted to hear the singing fish. Doesn't look like we can open up this trap door either. I wonder if we'll be able to do anything with this igloo soon. Spoiler, we won't. Life Jam, it really works. And here are the space pirates. This is your only opportunity to see the space pirates here. If you just continue on with the game and complete the chapter, the space pirates will be gone and you don't get to talk to them. It is a pretty serene area. Well, we're here to get a snow cone because we got a ticket for it. We've got more important things to do than space piracy, unfortunately. Well, let's redeem our ticket. Alright, let's take a look at our snow cone. The snow cone is the ultimate single target restorative. Restores all your heart, all your juice, and buffs every single one of your stats when used in battle. We do not get very many of these as freebies throughout the course of the game, and while we can buy them here, you can see there are a whopping 5,000 clams. So it'll be a while before we could buy those in bulk. Honestly, they fall really far into the category of theoretically awesome, but rarity and just... By the time you would really feel like using them, you're mostly dealing with multi-targeting stuff, and single-target healing items aren't that great. Another ghost. Some shaved ice in the winter. Goes down frostily. Oh, it is quite the beautiful snow area. I wish there was more to it. That does sound like a good hanging with friends event. Well, let's have a picnic in the middle of the Arctic. Or at least this world's equivalent of the Arctic. Hey, don't hate. You know, good question that I never really thought about. So snow cones are like ice chunks. I think Kel's onto something, personally. But I think we'll call it a video here. Now, when we come back, well, where do we go from here? I guess just follow the bloody footprints and hope we find Basil. But we'll deal with that next time. So until then, I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you when we get back, and hopefully we'll make some headway on this whole finding Basil mystery. But until then, goodbye.